Hi, everyone. This is Captain Kyle. I'm here at Chiller Theater with Bai Ling, who's been in a number of shows and movies. Sky Captain of the World of Tomorrow. She's been in Star Wars. She's been in Angel. So many things. How are you enjoying the con?
Enjoy very much. A little bit jet lagged, but I flew from Los Angeles. I flew red eye. So when you come to New York City, I was in New York City and just indulging all the craziness because I love New York. And that was the first place I landed from China to U.S. was in New York City. I love the craziness. So when I came here, I didn't really sleep much. So kind of like in a dreaming place and with a lot of fans from all over the world, I feel like very welcomed and I'm having a good time.
I'm so glad to hear that. So do you do a lot of these conventions?
Actually, first time I ever was here. I don't do this very often. And I think this is my second time here because I've been traveling in Europe and work in China and US. So when I have time, I do it. But when I don't have time, I cancel a couple of shows, I feel bad. But when you're working, I'm an actress, then work's important.
Oh, absolutely. So what was your first acting gig? What was your first gig coming over here?
The Crow. The film The Crow. So unfortunately very sad. There was a girl here. She was crying basically because Brandon Lee, we lost Brandon Lee in that movie. So it's like that's why I love movies. It's magic because no matter what happened to us in time, that moment captured on film, it's always going to be there, always going to be exactly like what it was. So that's something very magical because you can frozen time in movement. It's something very, very magical. That's why so many people love movie. It's kind of like their escape from reality to find their fantasy world, either joy or silliness or sadness or profoundness, and all of this wisdom in things they can breathe away from real life. I think that's something very, very magical. So and also I like the convention because you give opportunity for all the fans. Suddenly, a lot of fans are very excited. Oh my God, to see you in person, come from far away. Because on social media now you can talk to people, but still there's a distance. Still different from when you see them in person. So those kind of events provide that opportunity for the fans to see us. I think that's in a very safe, fun environment. I think that's very, just fun.
Now, has there been an experience at a convention with a fan that they were maybe very excited or they said something very touching to you or anything that stands out as far as your interactions with fans?
Before this young girl was about to cry and made me all the goosebumps. I feel sad about Brandon Lee. I feel like just how, oh my God, I have goosebumps now. It's like how powerful the film can impact other people's life. So therefore, as a filmmaker, when you make film, that's why supporting the Fandom film is from their heart. There's a message, there's a spiritual message, wisdom, or something dear to their heart. It's a real experience life they want to express, to move people, to make them realize life is important. There's profound things like we forgot. Every day we're busy making money, working, but there's a lot of things that spiritually we need. It's like a spiritual positive living and thoughts and mind. And that's something when a fan comes here, they're moved by. They're like a lot of them like me come so far, they still want to see me drive like 4 or 5 hours. I just want to see you, shake your hand. It's just making me feel like how do I say, precious memory. It's like making me feel like it's very important what we do. We cannot take it for granted. Somehow for me, because I came here, I didn't speak English. I don't know anybody. Now I'm talking. Even like the first time I did a movie Crow, what happened to Brandon Lee, Ed Prisman, the new Sony studio executive, asked me to do interview. I couldn't. I was like, because my English is limited. I wish I could, as today, I could speak English because there's so many messages I want to express. But I couldn't. I feel like, wow, if I could, it's just like, also I'm very appreciative, like cinema gave me the opportunity to communicate with your fans. Like I can tell you my experience, you can feel, or I can comfort you through my experience because I start from zero. I don't have money, I don't know anybody, I never did anything, I don't even understand English. I tell you a little story, it's very touching. I was living in New York City. When I was in winter time, I arrived in Thanksgiving. I walked out, there's a homeless who's on the floor asking me for money. I was looking at there. I have no money. I said, if I would have your passport, your English skill, I will conquer the world. He has everything that I needed. Then he asked me for money. It's like how ironic. I feel like people living in the beautiful environment like American freedom, but you take granted. You don't realize what you have. For us, I don't have nothing. Then you ask me for help. I feel like you have everything. Like Americans, like beautiful dream. Everybody want to come here to find their freedom, their dream. So you have all of that, but people take it for granted. They think they don't have anything. I feel like, wow, you don't even know what you have. That's why I think it's through my experience, other people's experience, through cinema, we can realize, we can learn from different perspectives to see how lucky we are.
That is an important message. A lot of people do not understand the gifts that they have and what they can do.
Yes, yes.
Now, to turn it around, since you've gone to a few cons, has there been someone you've met at a con who maybe was another guest, who you admired their acting and the things that they've done in cinema so much that you were very touched to meet them?
I think because I'm busy, every time I'm in my table, I'm like kind of busy. I don't have time to meet other people. But last time I was in, I think, Hollywood show, I meet this actress. She's a favorite of Hitchcock's actor in The Bird. What's her name? He's Madeline Griffin's mother. What's his name? Griffin's. What's her name?
I don't recall it offhand. I'll look it up and I'll put it here.
And she is so elegant. She's like 85 or something. Looks so elegant. Carry herself so with dignity. And she's like, she doesn't feel like some actors when they are older, they feel like they lose everything. But she said like, I own everything. That dignity, that elegance, that classy, that confidence. I think it's something I met her. I feel like, because Hitchcock's director I love, and was favorite actress. I was like, wow, when I look at her, that was way before my time. But I look at her, she still carries herself like so elegant. I think people, no matter what you do, you have to always know your worth. You have to always show you're beautiful. You're one of the most unique creatures in this world. So she gave me that feeling that, wow, when you're old, you're not in your prime time, but you still can be that stunningly beautiful and confident, make people admire you. I think that's something we forgot. But when those actresses I met, I didn't even know who she was. I said, I didn't take a picture with her. I said, who is she? And they told me, I said, okay. So she's like very elegantly greeting me. So I think those kind of classic, elegant Hollywood old actresses or actors, I feel like that's why Hollywood's like dreamland, because they have a lot of beautiful artists. Like I work in Star Wars, I work with George Lucas, and I work with a lot of stars like Richard Gere, Judy Foster, Angelina Jolie, like Gwyneth Paltrow, Jude Law, Oliver Stone, like Spike Lee, and Jason Statham, and all this, a lot of famous people. I feel like I learned one thing, all of them. They're famous, they're successful, not just by accident. They work so hard. I watched it. They were there. They don't take it for granted. They really get their craft done. They really know what they're going to do. I do think so. I really appreciate, like here in Chillers, I appreciate giving me an opportunity to sit here talking to your fans, meeting all of my fans that I will never be able to have time to meet them. So this event provides that opportunity. I really appreciate Chillers Convention. Also appreciate all my fans come all over the world, come to see me and to have that joy, excitement, and make me feel that it's important for me to do even better job for you.
That is awesome to hear. That is great.
So follow me at Real Bai Ling on Twitter, Instagram, or officialbailing.com, or official Bai Ling or Real Bai Ling on Facebook. If you're Chinese, you can follow me on 腾讯微博, 新浪微博.
Okay, we're going to put the social media links down in the description and on the screen here so everyone can find those.
Oh, cool.
Now, a quick thing. Since you go to a lot of cons, I'm just curious. We have a lot of cosplayers who watch, these people who walk around in costume. What do you think of these people who dress up in costume and come to cons?
I think, be honest with you, reality life, everybody trying to make a living and serve their family, whatever they needed. But this is the place, then, it's a stage for them. They can be the character in their fantasy that they love. They can be the superpower character. I think it's adorable. When I look at them, I was like a child. Wow, they're so beautiful. I think it just... Because all of us, no matter how smart, how mature, how old, there's always a little child in us. You know, when you dress up, it's like a child in a candy store. You can be who you are. You can go crazy. You can be silly. I think that's the freedom spiritually. We need to always have that. Otherwise, life is become very serious, very harsh. They kill the romance, kill the fantasy land of the romantic spirit in everybody.
Now, I have 3 quick, silly questions, if that's okay. What is your favorite dessert?
Oh my God. I love dessert. I eat dessert every day. Like, look at this. I love this. My favorite is, I want to know. It's hot, burning apple tart with cold vanilla ice cream. The cold and hot together. Oh my God, it's like a dream. It's like, the best love making. Like you can taste. It's so good. That's my favorite.
Wow, that is one of the best answers to that question I've ever had.
Thank you.
Okay, now, superpowers. You see a lot of people dress. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Well, I think first come to my mind is Superman. It's called Superman. You can do anything. I think for us, actually, we do have superpower. We just don't know. Sometimes I feel like when I'm dreaming, I'm sleeping, I close my eyes, the other world open. I was going out flying, doing other things. And for example, I did the film with Luc Besson, Taxi 3. It's a French movie. I did not speak any French. I did not even know merci. I have probably only 2-3 weeks to learn the lines which I played leading lady. How can I do? Even my friend who speak French said, Bai Ling, you're smart, but language is about time to repeat. You can learn, but I worked so hard day and night, I actually achieved it. I would never think I would do it because the French is so hard. Now I think, wow, we have so much potential we don't even know. Now we can do because we're limited. This year you can do it. But we did not know. But if you believe, I think it's all about belief. If you believe you can fly, you will. If you believe you can walk on water, you can. It's about belief. When you believe it, you really have a superpower. I think our potential is so much bigger. Like our naked eyes can see these things. Maybe a lot of things we cannot see. The superpower, that's why the art is making. They are around us. We just don't see. So it's the fear stopping, right? I see the key of my success, I think, is the ignorant. It's the braveness of ignorant that have no fear. Like now I have more fear. Before, I just had no fear because I don't know anything. I think there's a dream. I have a gift to give. I think when you want to give something, you become powerful. When you want something, you become weak. Because we're meant to give. When you give, you receive. That's something like I learned in my life. I'm so powerful. I can do anything I want if it's possible, if I set my mind to. So we're all Superman. We're all Superwoman. We're all have superpower inside of us.
That is awesome. Yeah. I mean, fear is definitely the limiter. And to get beyond that fear opens you up to a lot of abilities that you may not even realize.
I think people are afraid of afraid of failure. Like we come here, we have nothing. So everything's gain. You got nothing to lose. When you have that mindset, you have nothing to lose. Everything's gain. Then how can you lose? No.
Okay, final silly question. Are you ready? If you could travel through time and visit any other era, just for a time, you don't have to stay there, when would you like to travel to?
Now come to my mind is, I've been there, Egypt, but I want to go back time. Because I think today we have technology, but people also become lazy. Because when I was in Egypt, those pyramids, my God, they're how tall, how high, how they printed the paintings, all the architectures, all the art on those things are just amazing. How can you achieve that? I was like, they're so much huge than us. How can people with no technology, they can achieve that? That shows how powerful we are, how much magic we have. We don't need those cell phone, all of it to achieve. I would like to go back to that primitive time, to use that natural power to connect to nature, to our beings, instead of just relate. Right now, if you lose your cell phone, you lose your life. You'll be panicked, right? Mm-hmm. They're controlling your life. Basically, we're going to be dominated soon by robot. Like before we wake up, the first thing is our cell phone. When you go to sleep, the last thing is your cell phone. you don't connect to people. You should kiss your lovers, or you say goodnight to your daughter, your parents, instead of cell phones. So they're taking over our life. So that's something I want to go back to Egypt, to the primitive life that we're so powerful, even more than now, the power we have. We just don't realize. Now the technology we depend on, we become like kind of idiot. You know what I mean? Like now without GPS, we can't go anywhere. Right? It's like basically take our wisdom, take our knowledge, take the hand to work our power away. That's something I want to go back to life. Like you have to have a payphone to call. It'll make you work for things, make you appreciate what you have. And that taking time to achieve something, have patience, and be comfortable with who you are. I think that's something the new world needs to concentrate more. That's something I want to go back to, experience that with all of us together. And plus, I'm trying to make my own project. It's a comedy and combine with the supernatural, with the real, normal, innocent, simple day-to-day life together. I mean,
right. So tell us, what do you have coming out? You said you have this project. What else are you working on that you can share with us?
Actually, right now I have very big film, like a little bit like equivalent like Godfather, big film called Lord of Shanghai Xiao in China. I play somebody from 26 years old till 80 years old. Big, shows my acting range. And I have many movies. I'm doing a movie currently shooting. It's a big movie, but I'm their celebrity guest. They asked me not to say the name of the movie when it's come out. And I have many movies in the post-production. I think the movie come out called Better Criminal. Then I have, what's the movie I did? A comedy. How can I forget name? I did so many movies. What's the, oh my God, I thought it's a comedy. What is a lot? I forgot the name. If you actually follow me a real Bai Ling or go to IMDb, I have so many movies. The director, I hope the director will not kill me. I just went to the premiere in LA. What's the film? It's about love. It's about how to look for real love. It's about a story about love. Very beautiful. So the movie, and I have another 2 movies about to shoot very soon. So I'm very excited.
Definitely follow her and check out the new stuff that she's coming out. It was a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much.
Me too. Thank you. You have to find out the name. I feel bad. It's suddenly my mind taking over by the old culture. I think I forgot what I was doing in the film. Anyway, I'll tell you after I find out from my phone.
Yeah, and we'll try to look it up and we'll put it in there.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
But thank you again so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Kisses from Chiller in New Jersey, New York.
And as always, have fun and cosplay on.